Hi guys, welcome to Short Skirts and Sarcasm, and I'm Caroline, and today I'm going to be doing my anti-TBR book tag. So I saw a few of these last year making the rounds, and I thought that was great because as long as my TBR is, there are some books that I have no interest in. So I thought I would share. So I got this tag from Nicole and her books, which I will link below. So question number 1, a popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. So I would say that The Mirror and the Light by Hilary Mantel, I have no interest in that. I have no interest in the Wolf Hall series. I don't care about that part of history. I am a historian, but I do 19th century and sometimes early 20th, but mostly 19th. So I don't care about Oliver Cromwell. I don't care, and I'm not gonna wade through those chunky books that I don't care about. I say that. I did read all of the Game of Thrones books. Those are chunky books, which I also had no interest in, but I did it anyway. But I'm not going to torture myself with this. Number 2, a classic book or author that you don't have any interest in reading. So I'm going to say C.S. Lewis for this one, not the Narnia series. I love those, but the Screwtape Letters, which is, I think, lesser known, but still a classic. If I remember correctly, it is an epistolary novel, and it follows a demon and his correspondence with the devil, his boss, and his job is to try to corrupt this man. And basically he's saying to his boss, well, I tried this, but this guy is just too pure of heart to follow through with my temptation, and like in the end I think this man dies and like goes to heaven. So I mean, like the Narnia books, it is Christian propaganda isn't the correct word, but Christian, it's heavily Christian. There, we can say that. And like, as much as I love the Narnia books, they are very problematic. I do understand that, but Screwtape Letters never called to me. I did think for a while that I would read them, but every time I thought about it, I was just like, I don't really want to. So I'm not gonna try. Number 3, an author whose books you have no interest in reading. Stephen King. Nothing I have seen or read about Stephen King makes me think that I would enjoy his writing. And like, the only people I have seen evangelize his storytelling have been men I regretted meeting. Again, like not a good sign for me. Number 4, a problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. And that is Francis Fukuyama. And it's kind of a rogue author for BookTube. I mean, I did read some of his articles that I had to for my undergrad degree about like the end of history and his thoughts on gender. And he does have some books out, but I'm done. I don't need any more. He also, I mean, signed that Harper's letter, so I feel vindicated. He's not being silenced. He's one of the most famous IR theorists out there. He's fine. That Harper's letter. Number 5, an author you have read a couple of books from and have decided their books are not for you. And so I would say this is Naomi Novik. And I mean, I have Spinning Silver and I probably will read that. I'm interested in it. I'll forge ahead. But it's unlikely that I will continue with the Temeraire series. I thought the first book was really boring, and so I'm not going to continue with that. And I've also read A Deadly Education. I read that last month and I hated it. There was no plot. The main character was super whiny. I did not enjoy it. I read the audiobook and I sped it up as much as I could. I sped it up to 3 times the triple the speed, and I only read the first chapter in first and last chapter completely. The other ones I got like halfway through the chapter and like nothing had happened, and I thought main girl was so whiny, so I just like skipped to the next chapter, and I did that with all the middle chapters. I did read the first chapter and the last chapter, or listen to it to completion, but not the middle chapters. So I did skip through it because I didn't like it that much, and I don't like to DNF books. I like to finish what I start, but if I don't like a book, I will try to speed through it and not read it in depth or properly. And I have read Uprooted, and I might read it again because I have many complicated thoughts about it. I think parts of it are amazing and really good, and the characterization is great, and other parts of it I'm like, but why I don't like this. So I still haven't made up my mind if I really like that book or if I really don't like that book. So we'll see. Let's see. Number 6, a genre you have no interest in, or a genre you tried to get into and couldn't. So, like I said in my booktube newbie tag, I do have a hard time with sci-fi. It's not that I won't read it, and there are some great books that I have read. For example, This Is How You Lose the Time War, I loved. Did not understand a lot of the sciencey parts of it, but 5 stars. Anyway, I loved it so much. And so I'm not sure that there's any like particular sci-fi book I have decided I will like hardline never read. I might not read Dune. It looks unappealing to me. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm never going to read it, as I might, but I just at the moment have no interest in reading it. Number 7, a book you bought but will never read. Song of the Sea. I can't even remember who it's by, and there are a lot of books entitled Song of the Sea or with that in the title on Goodreads, so I can't even try to find it. I can't remember what it was. I got this from my student halls my first year of university. My accommodation was closing down, and they had a library section sort of in the common room, and I asked what was going to happen to the books, and like the dude at the front desk was said they were all going to go to charity. If you want them, you can take as many as you want. And I was like, okay. So I told all my bookish friends that I lived with, and we got our shopping bags and we went through all the books and just like took a bunch. So I think I got like maybe 50 books out of that. And some of them I have read and were amazing and got them for free. And love that journey for me. So I've given Song of the Sea away because I had it for I think 4 years and I didn't even think about reading it. So I was like, okay, this is gonna go. So goodbye forever, Song of the Sea. Number 8, a series you have no interest in reading, or a series you started but DNF'd. So the Aragon series, I read the first book. I thought the main guy was so whiny and annoying. I hated him. I liked the dragon. Saphira was great, and I think she deserved better. So I didn't get the sense that I should be rooting for Aragon, the main character. I did not care for him, and I found the fantasy world building elements to be quite basic. And I know that Aragon came out quite a while ago now, and so probably reading more fantasy, that's why looking back I think it's basic, but I did think it was basic at the time, and I read it in middle school, and it was sort of after everyone in my class who was into reading had already read it, and they really loved it, and they'd read like the rest of the series, and I think it was sort of when the 4th one came out, Brissinger, that one, that I thought, okay, I will take the plunge, I will read this book. So I got it from the library, and I read it in completion, and I thought, I don't like this. I don't like the main dude, and just never decided to go back. I'm not gonna. So number 9, a new release you have no interest in reading. And that is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. And it's not because I think, like I was gonna say not because I wouldn't enjoy it. I wouldn't enjoy it, I don't think. It's not, again, like it's not my area of history, and I'm not interested in Shakespeare as a person, and I'm also not interested in a lot of Shakespeare's writing. I did read all the sonnets last year, and I didn't really enjoy them. I didn't think they were bad. It's just not my thing. I like other people's sonnets, but I don't like Shakespeare sonnets. I've decided. And I did have a few other Maggie O'Farrell books that I got from my student halls, as I mentioned before, and I also gave those away unread. I think it was Instructions for a Heat Wave and the Mysterious Vanishing of Esme Lennox, something like that. Yeah. So not gonna read those. I mean, I have plenty of other books to choose from, so don't worry, I will be reading more soon and telling you about it. So if you would like to subscribe, I would encourage you to do so. You can also find links to other social media in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.